Hello, I'm Michael Feeley. Even in the age of the multi-platform programmatic content marketing campaign, the good old-fashioned opinion piece or thought leadership piece, as it's sometimes known, remains an extremely effective form of content marketing. In fact, in my experience, a well-structured opinion piece, particularly those written by senior executives or subject experts within their own organisation, more often than not outperform other forms of content marketing by a factor of 3 times to 1, 3 times more engagement. So, over the course of this short video series, I'd like to teach you how to write branded opinion pieces. You don't need any writing experience. After each episode, I'll set a short exercise, and if you complete those by the end of the 5th episode, you'll have your own first draft opinion piece. So, put down the scissors, stop cutting your own fringe, and come and learn a new skill with me. Okay, let's go. So a lot of people are initially quite daunted by the phrase thought leadership, but there's no need for that. Effectively, all that means is that you're offering to do the thinking around a subject on behalf of someone else. You don't need to be the world's leading authority on that subject, nor do you need to be the first person on the scene to discuss it. Think of a leader as in a tour guide around a subject rather than a leader as in the first person in a race. The next big stumbling block for first-time writers of opinion pieces is to decide what to actually write about. Where do you get the topic? So let's look at that now. How do we generate good content ideas? Quite simply, good content ideas are drawn from the world around you, from the thoughts and reactions that you naturally have every day. The key is training yourself to capture the valuable ideas as they arise. For example, conversations with colleagues. These will be your main spawning ground for content ideas. For example, with the regular team meetings that you have, there will be minutes at the end of those meetings that record the things that have to be actioned. But try to train yourself to have an ear for the conversations that take place in between the minutes. What are the things that you and your colleagues are naturally discussing at the moment? Because more often than not, those topics will be an excellent jumping off point and an excellent topic for a opinion or thought leadership piece. Customer feedback and interactions. What are you hearing in terms of the natural dialogues that you have with your customers and your contacts? What are the conversations that are taking place there? Are there particular questions that are coming up more than others? Because again, there may be a piece of content that you could create that would help to fulfill those particular queries. Industry press and online media. If you don't currently take time to review the trade press that surrounds your industry, then try to do that, even if it's only for 10-15 minutes a week, because that will help keep you abreast of the conversations that are taking place in your industry and the type of things that you may want to respond to in turn. Also a great way of keeping in touch with the latest industry trends, noting the direction of travel in your industry, and then analysing that using your own real world experience and expertise is always a popular thing with editors. So bear that in mind and try to keep your finger on the pulse of the latest trends going on in your industry. World and market events. Hello. Even before we had the lockdown situation and all the change that's forced upon us, we had Brexit. There's continuous regulatory change, technological change. Anything that forces change upon your target audience gives you a platform from which to share your expertise and advice that will be valued and welcomed. Online and social analytics. If you have access to the analytics behind your website and your organisation's social media accounts, make some time to have a look at those, look at what are the key things that are cropping up more and more in terms of the audience engagement that you've got. That way you can tailor the content that you're creating to a ready-made audience, so you know that the audience are going to be interested in that. The key with all of this is to capture the nugget of the idea as it happens. Physically write it down, just 1 or 2 lines to remind yourself of the nature of the idea and the topic that you wanted to address. Don't let it disappear into the ether. So try to have a wee notebook small enough to keep on your person, or just tap a couple of lines into the notes of your mobile phone. But that really is the key at this stage. Capture it, write it down, and we can come back to that later. Okay, that's enough for today. So, using the advice and the prompts that I've shared with you, between now and coming back for episode 2, I'd like you to select a couple of potential topics for your first thought leadership piece. Next time, I'll share with you a surefire way of establishing the right tone of voice for your audience and keeping your writing on track to produce the right results. That's all for now, so I'll see you next time. Thanks now. Bye.